everyone, it's Bob McCraney with This Month in Realty, and today I'm super happy to have back Kimberly Barton. Now, Kimberly is the owner of Kinetic Realty in Annapolis, Maryland. And Kimberly, tell us about the market in Annapolis.
Thanks, Bob. Well, the Annapolis market has been going along really well this past year. As a matter of fact, we have noticed that buyer activity has not ceased despite the fact that the holidays are upon us and inventory is still short. There are buyers out there. So sellers are really enjoying a great seller's market.
Okay, great.
We recently noticed that Thanksgiving weekend was actually an enormous eyeball fest on the internet. We saw that listings were getting showings. I mean, they were just like zooming. And that looks like a lot of buyers were sitting at home, having a look at listings, and they're planning their future purchases now.
Interesting. Okay, so as a buyer, how do I know I'm actually making a good decision to buy right now? What if the market changes in 2021?
You know, I get that question a lot, and there's a lot of trepidation for buyers because in the past they've said, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy a house, and the next thing I know, the market's going to tank. Well, that's really not going to happen this time. We may see an adjustment, but nothing like we saw in 2008. One of the things I do counsel buyers for is that if you've purchased a house this year, you've already cut off the potential renting problem. We are seeing a lot of shortage in the rental inventory. We're seeing prices push up in the rental inventory. Last year, the average rent was $1,850 a month. We're looking at $2,700 a month now. Excuse me, my earplug's falling out. We're looking at $2,700 a month on average in Annapolis, and that could buy someone a $450,000 house.
Wow.
Not that every renter is going to qualify for a $450,000 house, but that has to give you some pause to go, what am I doing? And if you had bought early this year, you would have already gained 6.5% in equity. Because prices have gone up since January, 6.5% just this year. That's huge. And one of the things we're seeing is that there's the shortage of inventory. What is out there is, for renting is not very well, good quality. The other thing is sellers are now starting to go, I might want to sell my house. I have tenants. Let's give them notice and sell the house. I'm getting a lot of calls right now with people going, I need to find another rental. The problem is there are 27 rentals in all of Greater Annapolis, and there are more than 27 tenants out of a house right now.
Wow.
So sellers are getting the message. They're notifying tenants, and now these tenants have to go out and find a house where they may have been paying $1,800 a month. They're now going to look at $2,700 a month. That's a huge difference. So my answer in a nutshell is, well, it makes financial sense any way you cut it to consider buying if you have the option to do so. And because there are a lot of programs that do help people get into a house, it is something to consider. The other thing we're noticing is that although there are a lot of Americans that were affected by COVID-19, we see a small silver lining that we did not expect from this. More Americans have higher credit scores and have more money in their savings account because of COVID. So a lot of people who may not have been able to buy prior to COVID may want to consider seeing if they can qualify at this point.
Excellent. Good information there. So what indicators are there that the market will continue to grow for sellers in 2021, that the prices will remain strong?
I'm always on the conservative side when I do a forecast. Obviously, anything that goes up will come down eventually. There are no indications that we're going to see a large raise in the interest rate, at least in the spring market. So that's a good thing for buyers. So the buyers market, the buyers may continue to go out and look, pushing the sellers market into the same spot where it's been in the last 6 months, which is about 6 days on the market before an offer. And most of the sellers are getting 100% of list price or even 101% of list price. However, I would not bank on that being forever.
Did I lose you or did you lose me? Oh my gosh, that was such a good take and we lost it.
So fish where fish are, they're out there. Put the
Okay,
house on the
can
market.
you hear me?
I can.
You froze for about 30 seconds there.
Okay.
So let's retake that question and I'll cut it in because you were doing really well.
Okay.
I don't know where you went. Are you doing this on your phone?
No, I'm just
You were gone
ad-libbing.
for 30 full seconds or so.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so
Okay.
we're going to jump back in on the second question.
Okay. So anything that let's see.
Let me ask the question and then I'll introduce you.
Okay.
We're going to count down. So what indicators are there? This is the thing today. I've had to retake people we never retake.
Get rid of that. All right. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You froze. Okay.
I'm here.
You're there. Okay. I'm here. You're there. All right.
Okay, so let me ask the question and we'll count it in. And we've had so many retakes today with other people.
Wow.
Judy Martin and I did 7 retakes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the day. It's just like
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
5. Okay, so what indications do we have that the market will remain strong in Annapolis and that prices won't have a correction in 2021? They'll continue to grow.
Well, I always like to err on the side of conservative. What goes up goes down as well. So I am talking to sellers about the fact that we know right now in this moment of time what the market is doing. There are buyers out there still looking for houses. So if a seller is considering putting the house on the market, I would advise doing so sooner than later. While there are no indications that the interest rate is going to go up significantly, it may go up, and that may change a few of the buyers that are out looking. However, their indications are that at least the spring market in Annapolis, the spring market typically starts January 15th and runs through March 30th. If we have a mild winter, that means we will probably have a stronger spring market than normally. And putting the house on the market January to March is probably the sweet spot, because we'll probably continue to see what type of activity we're seeing. And then after March, it's the roll of the dice. We're not sure where it will go. Indications are that, we're not going to see activity fall off, but we still have some unknowns. So if you're going to sell, your window of opportunity right now, we know, is January to March.
Okay, wonderful. So will you come back next month?
I would love to. Thank you.
Okay. Kimberly, how would somebody reach you?
Call me at 443-837-5645 or email me at kimberly@kbartonrealtor.com.
Okay, say your phone number one more time.
443-837-5645.
Okay, this has been This Month in Realty. Tune in next month to hear more from Kimberly and other real estate experts around the United States and Canada. Take care.
All right, thank you.